Won't you believe? Could you please? Baby, my neighbor. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the Adult. It's Friday, baby. All right, man, look. Look. I just saw an interesting interview with Deontay Wilder on 78 Sports TV. It was extremely revealing. Hold on. Wait a minute. First, I want to say this before you guys jump in my comments. I am only going to say this once because I'm a professional. But I am aware of who the LDBC is. I'm finally aware of what's going on, and I believe 78 Sports TV is with the LDBC. But listen, as an analyst, I don't care if you're from the LDBC, the NRA, the NHL, the MLB, the ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3, I don't care what acronym it is. I'm about boxing. If I get something that I can look at and analyze from a boxing standpoint, I'm on it. Coffee. Deontay Wilder said some extremely revealing things in that interview. The first thing I want to say is, he said something extremely hypocritical that I didn't like. Let's get that out the way first. And I think he has too much pride to go back on it. And I think he should. 78 Sports TV brought up Dillian White and the failed drug test. And Deontay Wilder correctly and accurately mentioned the fact that this is his second time, Dillian White. But what he said was, he was starting to imply that you could kill somebody in the ring. And he mentioned him saying, yeah, I know I talked about catching a body, killing somebody. I'm paraphrasing. He said, and I mean my words. He was like, but to put PEDs in your body and cheat. So I just want to say this, Deontay Wilder, killing somebody isn't better as long as you don't cheat. Now let's talk about Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder, he said that Tyson Fury is afraid of him. Not only is Tyson Fury afraid of him, but his whole family. He said that he saw the fear in his wife's eyes. He said that Tyson Fury, he gave him a concussion. He said that he wants to damage him even more the second fight. He said he wants to damage him to a point of no repair. He doesn't want Tyson Fury to be able to recoup from the rematch. Whew, violent words. But he said Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight him anyway, and he doesn't blame him. He said that it wouldn't be much for Tyson Fury to step aside and let Deontay Wilder become undisputed, taking on the winner between Andy Ruiz and AJ. He said he still wants to fight AJ, which, let's talk about this point. He said that he's not freezing AJ out. Oh, really? It kind of feels that way. But it was AJ over a year ago that said that he was going to freeze Wilder out. Wilder, in this interview, said that doesn't make sense for him because he wants to hurt AJ. He can't hurt him if he freezes him out. Wow. Deontay Wilder, he sounds extremely violent. He sounds like he really wants to hold down like a legacy of being the most just destructive heavyweight ever. Now, he brought up Andy Ruiz as well. He wants to be undisputed. If Andy Ruiz beats AJ again, he wants to fight him. Going back to my point, when I said that the PBC can run the heavyweight division for a while, and I brought up It all depends on December 7th. And now that's starting to ring a little true. See, he sidestepped me. Deontay Wilder threw me off a little bit with that 3-fight plan. But now Deontay Wilder saying in that interview with 78 Sports TV, he said, look, I would rather be undisputed. It makes more sense for him than to take on Tyson Fury before then. He wants to be undisputed as soon as possible. Here's my thing about that. I can understand this, taking on Andy Ruiz or the winner between Andy Ruiz and AJ. I can understand that being a rush because of the mandatories. I think Usyk, isn't he a mandatory for the WBO if he gets past his fight in October? And I believe the IBF, what's that, Povetkin, something like that, isn't that the mandatory? Either way, undisputed and unifying, undisputed, it trumps the mandatory. So the mandatory can't stop a unification or undisputed bout between the winner of Andy Ruiz and AJ against a Deontay Wilder. But that has to happen fast. Think about Canelo Alvarez and him losing the IBF. He was going to try to fight Andre in order to keep the IBF because that's a unification bout. So he was going to try to take that fight because that trumps the mandatory. But he didn't do it in the right amount of time, delegated by the IBF. So he was stripped of the IBF title. So that's why I think there's a rush for Deontay Wilder. Look, I want to be undisputed as soon as possible. If we don't have this fight after December 7th, you're going to have to fight a mandatory, and then the belts may just fall out and split, just like it was before. Now I have to go and collect all the gems. And Deontay Wilder, look, we have a chance of having an undisputed champion. Here's how I feel about it. I agree. I actually agree on that. If being undisputed is like has the sand running out of the hourglass, we need to have a one man, one face, one name, like Deontay Wilder always preach. We need to have that ASAP. But if the sand isn't running out of the hourglass, then it's fine for Deontay Wilder to take on Tyson Fury. I'll tell you this, though. I'm not sure if Tyson Fury is afraid of Deontay Wilder. Actually, I'm sure he's not afraid of Deontay Wilder. But with that said, I can understand if Tyson Fury were to allow Deontay Wilder to fight the winner between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, or Tyson Fury himself trying to take on AJ. I can understand that if AJ were to beat Andy Ruiz. I can understand that. Because I can see Tyson Fury really being confident that he can beat Deontay Wilder. I'm saying, hey, look, you go ahead and collect all the straps. I'll fight you afterwards. And I'll be the lineal champion and undisputed. ShowBizz, don't let me know what you all think in the comments below. I'll tell you this, though. Deontay Wilder, he is trying to create a legacy. And I'm going to say this, just to cap it off. He has a battery in his back that's a little bit more charged than I feel was before. I think he was always confident, definitely. I think he was hunting down AJ before, definitely, until it got to a point where it looked like their promoters were having beefs and things start falling apart and cherry picking and ducking. Like I said, I think Deontay Wilder ducked AJ around that DAZN deal. But before that, I remember Deontay Wilder going to the UK and trying to chase down AJ. I remember that. But I think he has an extra battery in his back now, because after Andy Ruiz, the way he beat AJ, I don't think Deontay Wilder feels that he has a threat at all in the heavyweight division. I'm out.